This is the story about how I lit $3,000 on fire. No, this is the story about how I bought an, to me, overpriced digital marketing course and the lesson I learned from it. So it all begins in 2018. I had just moved to China and I had been working at my English teaching job at a private teaching center for about 6 months. And I was making pretty good money, but I figured I could do something more exciting, maybe more interesting. I wanted more of a challenge for my mind, something a little bit better than teaching the word apple to a 3-year-old. So after seeing a bunch of ads in my Facebook feed detailing how expats like me who moved abroad for teaching English could make a lot more money and live the laptop lifestyle of their dreams. And it's so easy to help small businesses around the world. I could make money in this system. Show me all the success cases of other expats like me and how much money they're making each month. I was so interested, so I booked an appointment. The day came of my appointment. I put on a comfortable sweater and sat at the table in my kitchen in front of my webcam. I connected with Alex, a British man from across the world. He wasn't the creator of the program, but he was going to answer my questions and in their words, see if I was a good fit for the community and the program. They would only accept serious applicants, you see. So I had to prove myself to them. This Alex fella, he did a really good job building rapport with me. And then came the time he asked me, so Derek, do you have any questions? And I asked him, so if this is so easy for us to set up and get a monthly revenue for very minimal effort, what's stopping our clients from just doing it themselves or figuring it out after we do it for them, just like the first 2 months? How do we assure they stick around? And he says, well, that's something we'll definitely go into detail with and teach you later. But, he explains how businesses, they don't necessarily want to do all the work themselves. They want marketers, and they're willing to pay $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month. If their business is really successful, that's pocket change to them in the grand scheme of things, right? And I thought that was a good answer. And then I asked him, okay, so how much money is this? And he goes, well, the everyday price is $4,000, but I can give it to you for $3,000 today. And I was shocked. $3,000? Are you kidding me? But I really thought what he said was true, and I was excited. And my eyes were full of stars and dollar signs, and I just wanted to do it, so I forked over the money. I got into the program, and I looked at some of the things, and a lot of it was pretty meh. I realized in the Facebook group, there's about 100 people, and the average stories, or so I thought. I don't know why I thought they were average. They were the cream of the crop, the best, the most successful students of the program. And it kind of stung a little bit. Worst yet was when I got into the program further, and I realized that I had to sit through hours of subpar audio recordings, and a lot of it was just kind of general knowledge, I felt, or the same concept explained in multiple models, or just motivational nonsense almost. But anyways, back to the story. So I went to bed, and the next morning, I didn't sleep well that night. The next morning, I had serious buyer's remorse, and I reached out to Alex on Facebook. I said, Alex, I got buyer's remorse. I should have asked you earlier, but is there any way I can get my money back? And I had done marketing before, and so here's another story. When I was in college, I felt like I needed to do something. I wanted an internship. I wanted business experience, you got to get out into the real world someday. So I tried to get an internship. And so I did this thing called College Works Painting. It's a similar thing. You have to prove yourself. But really, they want you no matter what, because you basically work for them. Well, and this thing I did. And I booked like 6 houses into painting until I just couldn't do it anymore. Like I felt really like I was forcing myself to market and to do sales, and it's just not for me. Nothing against the people that do that. I remember going door to door, knocking on doors. Hey, my name's Derek. I'm a student in Oregon State. I'll be painting a lot of homes in your neighborhood this summer. And right now I'm just getting a name and number of anybody who would like a free estimate for house painting. So would you like to get a free estimate for painting your house this summer? You know? And they'll be like, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I would. You'll probably hear like 5% of the time. But other than that, nope. Or sometimes they'll just point at the sign and show you their big fat beer belly gut and just point at a sign that says trespassers will be shot. And then you just kind of have to skedaddle, right? Anyway, that was kind of the thing that told me I don't really like marketing and sales. Anyways, back to the other story at hand. Hey, Derek, I know it's a big step and it feels scary at first, but believe me, you can use that to push you towards success. I was in the same situation as you just 6 months ago. It was 2 months of my wages that I put into this too. I want to kindly remind you that there's no refunds, as stated on the receipt on the service agreement before logging into the platform. I want to assure you that you will get the support and guidance you need. You will only have to dedicate a couple hours a day to make this work for you. Seeing the words no refunds really made my heart sink. And it took me a while to come to terms with the fact, with what I had done. I just had to be calm under the circumstances and just try to make the most of it. I tried really hard at first. I watched videos, I took notes, I bought a website, I bought a ClickFunnels account, I attended the weekly online meetings. I remember being disappointed with the videos. Oh, I already said that. So even though some of the online training was kind of lackluster, I realized that it was really, really strong to have access to this group of experts who you could run by any questions or problems with your clients and building ad schemes, Facebook ads, Google ads for those local businesses. If there was anything you were encountering, these experts would help you. So after a while, I realized that maybe this program just wasn't for me. So I tried for a little bit, didn't work out. Anyways, I told Alex, you know what, I'm going to be inactive in this group for a while. Is that okay? Yeah, Derek, that's fine, no problem. Okie dokie. So I was inactive in the group for a long time. I watched the group's numbers swell from about 100 to 400. And then it's the year's 2020. And this newbie posts in the group, hey guys, I'm new to the group. And she says, I'm looking for feedback and your field reports. What were some things you learned over the course of this group, over the course of you being in this group? And I was quick to respond, well, I've always wanted a refund, but they never gave me one. But you know what? I'm always optimistic for the future. Maybe I'll develop a better mindset or become more mature and like doing sales more when I'm older. Let's be optimistic. Well, that comment was still kind of destructive, as they would think, because a little bit after that, the leader of the group reaches out to me in private message on Facebook. Yo, Dak, reaching out to you following a comment, mate. Why haven't you reached out to me once in 15 months to talk about how you feel? Hi, Brian. I don't know what I could or should have said to you. There was nothing you could do, right? It's just my problem. And in that area, all I can expect is a pep talk. You don't have a lot of time to be a motivational coach for everybody. What is 400 people in the program now? I assume Alex had mentioned my buyer's remorse to you. Do you remove me from the group? You'd be surprised. I genuinely care about everyone's experience here, but if I don't know how you feel, I can't do anything about it. Well, I'd figured your workers would have spread the word. Sorry I was wrong. Yes, following your comment, I needed to speak to you to find out what the situation was so that we could find a resolution, as you being in group clearly isn't the best option, the best thing for anyone, yourself included. Hence why I'm reaching out to get it resolved. I tried to be clear in my comment that I was optimistic for the future. Even so, you're kind of not very nice, and you really should be better, Derek. So, they're new, so help them, you dummy. And then the next comment honestly shocked me. He offered me a refund. A 50% refund. I was so shocked. My first gut instinct was to say, why are you offering me now? Why did Alex tell me that I couldn't have one? And now you tell me I can have one? But I was really excited. But then I thought, maybe there's like some strings attached, or maybe I'm really foregoing something. I'm really giving up something good. Maybe I really should stay in the program. Maybe I really should be optimistic for the future. So I thought, that's kind of a tough call. And I told him, well, that's more generous than I'd ever expected. That's a tough call. And then he says, well, you've accepted your responsibility, so I respect that. And he told me a bunch of other stuff. And he said, hey, but could you do something before you make the decision? And I said, what's that? And he gave me a bunch of marketing mumbo-jumbo, gyro. You can do it. Go, Derek. Yeah. You just need to try harder. And then I thought about it for a while. And I did what he said. I tried to log into the platform. I tried to use my crappy internet in my Chinese apartment and crappy VPN, but it just wasn't having it. And the videos weren't playing very well. Really, in China, it's kind of hit or miss running an internet business, I feel like. So anyways, I tried it, and I thought about it, and I talked to my dad. And my dad said, well, Derek, are you willing to pay $1,500 to stay in the program? Because that's exactly what you're doing, buddy. That's exactly what you're doing if you don't take the refund. And that was very clear to me that I wanted to take the refund. So I replied the next day, hey, Brian, I think I'd like to take the refund and part ways. Thanks for all the encouragement, and may you find many more people who will enjoy the program more than I did. You've not even had the decency of watching it? I can see what you've watched, and it's not even been touched. Sorry, my blah 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 blah. I'm just not cut out for the hustle life, man. I don't think it's something I can see myself enjoying. Nothing against you and everyone else that enjoy it. And then things got kind of crazy. I was surprised. I remember I was stepping out of the grocery store, carrying a bunch of bags full of food, and it's raining. And I opened Messenger. The VPN on my phone is just working enough. Well, considering you haven't followed through and what I asked for the refund, and it's been 15 months since you joined, 25% is the offer. I can't take responsibility for everything in your life, mate. If you're happy with that, about $700, I'm going to process that now. I was so shocked and so infuriated and frustrated. Dude, not cool. And then I called him. VPN wasn't working, wasn't having any of that. I never agreed to watch those videos. Check out the chat. I asked you what you wanted, and then I declined your proposal, and nothing changed aside from your mind. I was trying to be very careful here because I was so angry, but I was trying to be calm. And then he actually, he respected it. He said, don't worry about it. I'll sort it out. I can't help you any more than I've tried. Respect the hustle life's not for you. I hope you respect me and what we've tried to do for you in the meantime. I was shocked. I was so happy. I felt like it was a victory. It may not seem like a victory to you guys, but it was for me. I have to say, even though this was such a long experience, and even though it didn't work for me, of course, there's other people out there that they have the passion for this sort of thing, and they are perfect for it. And I encourage them to do it. And nothing to detract against this guy that did this program. I have to say, I genuinely think he has good intentions. The fact that he would give me a refund, because I never expected a refund after that first day in the program. So if he ever sees this video, you're an okay dude, and I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Good luck to everybody out there, whether you do the hustle life or not. Hope you have a good life. Hope you have a good day. Goodbye.